Hello and welcome back to Age of Engineering. My name's CJ. Now, today's episode then, I've been having a look at what we could possibly do. I've had a further look through Atomic Age. The only other thing that I really do want to go ahead and get done at some point is the Extreme Reactor, but we're okay on power for now, so it's not something that I'm in a rush for. The environmental tech as well, I have upgraded the cores, so I've now got accuracy modifiers and speed modifiers in here, and I've got 2 of each in both sides. I think that was just a visual error then. Yeah, I believe it is working. I've got this turned off at the moment though, because it has been using all of my hemp seed. We're currently making biodiesel. That's now nearly full. So we're just building back up on the seed, and then I'm going to have to let down here, build up on seed before I switch it on. So I'll have to keep my eye on my power. I may have to turn the generator on at some point. Right, so what we're going to be doing today then, as I said then, I've had a look, and that's all we can go for in the Atomic Age. It's going to be a case of us moving on now to the New Age. Now, the New Age involves a mod called Neotech, and the first things that we can look at crafting could potentially aid us in tripling our ores. Neo. There we go. So Neotech then. We've already made one of these thermal binders. We made one for, I can't remember the item that we had to use one for, bear with me one sec. Neotech. So yeah, the thermal binder, we had to make one of these to craft the inscribers, and as you can see I do have one in here as well. I also made one of these void tanks. Well, simply by accident. I was just having a look at the recipe and I clicked by accident and just built one. But we are going to probably need one of those anyway, so we will put that to use. Now, the first thing that I want to get then is going to be this electric crucible. We're also going to want, where are you, the electric centrifuge and also the electric solidifier. So this one, as you can see, this is the one that triggers age 9 for us. And now to craft this we're going to need machine frame, stabilised ender pearl, silver ingots, a bucket and some mica. Now I have dumped some mica in here, so we should have some. So the only thing we are missing then is the machine frame. Whoop, a bit laggy. Now the machine frame then, we know I can make those relatively easily. I've got a feeling that things are nearly, oh no, they're fine, they're more than half. I actually had a feeling they would be run out. It does look like these have all finished though, so I will have to change up that in the mining dimension. But we should have, yeah, 853 buckets. So what I'll do, I'll put that on a continued run. Just going to craft up quite a few of those. That should do. Can't see us needing any more for now. Still got plenty of UU matter left. Right, let's get down here and pop one of those in there. So there's the electric crucible, and there is our trophy. Just going to chuck that in there as well for now. The next thing that we're going to craft then, so let's go back to Neotech. Let me type it in the top here. There we go, and we're going to want the centrifuge. Centrifuge again takes silver ingots, it also takes a steel, 2 mica, a machine frame and a stabilised ender pearl. I have made a few of these stabilised ender pearls as well, so we've got that. And then the final thing, we want the electric solidifier, and that takes a snowball, mica, silver ingot and a stabilised ender pearl, and I should have some snowballs as well, so that's fine, got everything we need. Right now we are going to want to modify these, but first I'm going to go and get them popped down just over here. So the way we're going to have these set up then, we're going to go into the crucible first. Actually I could do with a couple of building blocks. Bear with me 1 second, let me just go fetch a couple. Right, so we're also going to want item conduit, so let's take that. We've got all the stuff for power leads on us. Bricks for building block, just for place everything down on. And something else that I believe I will need is an item filter. Do I have an advanced item filter? What will it take to make the advanced? So that takes a Z logic, which is Solarium, Zombie Head, Redstone and Silicon. So let me get those items quickly together. 2 of those. Silicon. 2 of those. A Zombie Head. We've got plenty of those. And then finally a piece of redstone. And 1 of those. Right now, I believe all my ender equipment is still in here. Oop, no, maybe it's in one of these bags. Now the question is, where did I put those machines? Right, just bear with me, I'm going to see where I've put those. I can't quite remember. Wonder if they're in my storage, because all I really need is the Z logic. So let's have a look at Ender.io. No, so all we got is the Wither Skeleton powered spawner. Right, so I'm just going to make a quick break while I quickly find all those items. I'll probably get the items together that I'm going to require, so I'm just going to get myself an advanced filter. And I'll be back with you shortly, so I'll see you in just a second. Right, so we've got the advanced item filter from Ender.io. A few things that we need to make just before we get started then, so we need a few more things from Neotech, some upgrades for these machines. Let me just get Neotech up. So we're going to have to make our way up to these octa-core processors, which means we're going to have to start with these single cores. I should have enough items to make plenty of these. I'm not too sure how many I'm going to have to make, so I'm just going to make a few stacks of them, because I'm probably going to make a few more of these machines. Let's dump those back in the system. That may be enough for now. We only really want to make 3 of those, because we're only going to be using 3 machines for now. 2, 2, 2, 2. So we're going to need 12 of those. How many have we got? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Brilliant. And then up to the quad core, sorry. That also needs dandelion yellow. Let's hope I've got enough in. No, I haven't. I should have some dandelions. I've only got 4. Right, so what we can do with this then. Oh, I didn't realise I got one of them in the offhand. Let's chuck that in there. Right, so for the yellow dye, the best thing that's probably going to be the easiest for us to make is to make a lens of colour. Now the lens of colour just takes a lens in front of the atomic reconstructor, so we just need to make a lens then, which is a pretty simple task. So just throw that down there in front of the atomic reconstructor, click it, and there we go, we've got the lens of colour. Now if we chuck the lens of colour on the front of there and grab ourselves some bone meal, which I believe I've got more than enough of. I've got bones 4 days. There we go. Take this up here. And we're after yellow, so I'm just going to chuck all this down here. We will lose some in the process as well. I believe you lose some as you're firing this. Hopefully we won't lose too much. As you can see there as well, that's probably an easy way of getting lapis if you're running low, because you can change this to lapis. A nice little trick there. I'm not sure if you can get anything else out of it other than the lapis. And then all the colours. Come on, we just need yellow. There we go, there's one in yellow. And then light blue, we've changed those as well. We even come back to bone meal for a second. Cocoa. Lapis. Back to blue. Pink's no use to us either. There we go, yellow. Yeah, I'll take that, thank you. Right, let's head back down. Should have enough yellow now to continue on. Back onto Neotech and make the quad core upgrades. We've got 6 of those, so that's going to be enough to upgrade these for the 3 that we require for the machines we're using. 1, 2, 3. And now I also believe we need to make some network cards. These network cards also take the single core processors. We're only going to need 3 of them. Hopefully we've got enough. No, we just need to make 2 more of the processors. And turn those into the network cards. Right, so we should have everything we need now to set up. So let's go take the machines up, get them all positioned and ready. Right, so the first one that we're going to require is the electric crucible. I've gone and left me building blocks back down here, so I'll have to quickly go grab those. Some bricks. Right, and that should be enough for us. So we're going to place them down over here. We're going to have the electric crucible first, then we want the electric centrifuge, and then we want the solidifier. Now with these as well, we can then place our upgrades in, and you can see the upgrades in there now, and place the network card in, and we'll come around to setting them up in just a second. Let's just get the network card in each one of these. And we also want to change that to ingot mode. You can see you can change it to the 3 different modes. So you've got the nugget, block and ingot, but we're going to be using it for ingots. Now, setting it up then, as you can see we've now got this extra tab. That was from the network card. You've got the same kind of setup as Ender IOs. So you can click on the sides and change whether they are the output or the input side. And so we're going to have input on the left, output on the input on the right, output on the left, and same for all of these. Now this center one, the centrifuge, there's another area. See how there's a few more colours? Let me just disable that side. We're going to have the main output, which I believe is, I think we're actually going to have to take it for a test run first because I'm not too sure. Let me just quickly grab some iron ore. We're also going to have to get power to these as well, so I think I'm going to power those now. Get 3 high volt connectors and 3 high volt wires. Now let's have a look in the wiring as well. I've noticed that this immersive engineering wire, yeah, it does have some loss, but it does actually transfer more power than even the Ender IO stuff, so it is best that we keep using that as well. Will we be able to connect that last one up? No, it's saying it's obstructed, so what I'll do for now, I'll just take down the light. We'll wire that back up in just a sec. Got all the wires for that, so that's not a problem. And now I need my engineering hammer. The question is where I'd put that. Let's give you something else that's missing. Oh, there it is. Put the lamp back up. Whoa, that's not what we want. There we go, that's what we're after. Right, give me a proper landing, thank you. Right, and then we can wire this lamp back up, and that should still work fine as well. There we go, so everything's wired back in. Everything should have power as well now. You can see everything's got full redstone flux power. And now if I chuck some iron ore in this end one here, so let's grab some of those. Chuck those in there. As you can see, it's turning into dirty molten, which is coming straight across to here. And this is the one that we want to output to the next one along. So we come back to here, and we want to set that one to output just that red side, and on the top we want to set that to the yellow. And on top, what we're going to put down, let me just change that front face, there we go. What we're going to put on top as well is what they call in Neotech a void tank, so we can just void off that lava that's being generated as well. And now I have already gone ahead and created one of these void tanks. The recipe of them is pretty simple. It's just an ender pearl in the center, glass around the sides and fill in the corners with obsidian. Now let's go and get that placed up here. We'll place that straight on top. There we go, and that'll just void off any of the excess, the lava that's being produced, because we don't require that. And as you can see, it comes straight in here. It's set to solidify into ingots, and we've already got 24 ingots out of just those few pieces that we placed in there. Right now, what we're going to do then, we're going to be pulling everything out of this one from the right hand side. Sorry, from the left hand side, and as I said, everything's going to be pumped in to the right hand side. And we're going to have this going into some storage drawers, which I've already got set up here, and I'm going to be using the compacting drawers, so we can get it all nice and compacted straight into blocks. So I'm going to place these down here, and we'll place the drawer controller. In fact, I'm going to have the drawer controller on the base so I can get the ME system connected up to it as well. And then we'll just put the rest down as compacting drawers. We've got one more compacting drawer. I think I'll save that aside. No, we'll place that for now. I'm not too sure if we can do all the metals that we are getting out of the void or resource miner. So we may be able to take a few of these down. Let's get a block placed down so I can place this on top. Right, and then we're going to take our Ender IO cable, and we're just going to pop that straight down to there. I need my Yeta wrench. Got that. And we'll disable this here, and we're just going to have it pulling straight out from the side and inserting straight into the controller. Let me turn that off, turn it to just insert. Right, and we're going to put iron in that first one. I'm probably going to lock off the drawers now before we get into it. Where did I keep those drawer keys? I think they're in one of these bags, probably this red one. Yep, there they are. So put the quantify on, put the lock on, there we go, they're all sorted, and chuck the keys back in that bag. Right, now we've got to set up the side that's going to input all the items. So we're going to have his Ender IO pipe coming round. I'm probably going to send it under the floor just so it looks a bit better. Let's dig ourselves a little route under it. And we're going to come right up out of this point here. Not underneath. We want to go in front so we can get out of both of these chests. And we're also going to want to set an item filter in this one here on the insert. Is it the item filter we can place on the insert? Yep, that's the one. I was correct. And these are going to be the items that we are going to filter through. So we'll have iron, gold, copper, lead, silver, tin, and then we've got osmium, cobalt, ardite, and tungsten. Now I'm not too sure if it can do the nickel and yellerite, but as you can see we can't actually put any more into this item filter, so we'll just get and check that those are working, because if we do have to take a few off, that's fine, we can then replace it for the ones that I haven't put in yet. And we'll chuck all this back in here. There we go. Whoa, back off. And then turn these on, always active extracting. And I should be able to fill this in. And as you can see, this is working already as well, so it's already pumping stuff across. We've got gold going across at the moment. I'll take that gold for now and we'll set that in a drawer here. Hopefully it starts pulling that gold out. Yeah, it is pulling the gold out, so that's fine. That is working as well. So we can just leave that now set up, and that should then start processing all the ores that it can out of here. Obviously I'll keep my eye on it, make sure that it can process all of them, in case some that we've got in the filter don't actually work in here. And I'll probably actually put another Ender IO pipe up here to get those other items in, if all of those will process in the Neotech machines. Right, now the next thing that I wanted to look at today was getting some stuff ready to move on a bit further and get some more stuff processed straight out of here, which means I'm probably going to have to make a sag mill just to process the coal, the nether quartz, not so much the glowstone, but definitely the emerald, diamond and redstone and lapis. And there's also a few like the ruby and sapphire ore, and I think peridot ore, we do want some of that. We also want some of this sodalite ore. Not too sure about those others, but we will get that set up. So let's go grab ourselves a Ender IO grinder. So let's get Ender up, and the one that we want is the sag mill. We should have the items in to make one of those. Yeah, we do. So I've got to mess around. Probably still going to need another advanced filter, but they should be pretty easy to make now, as I've automated a lot of the system to create those. We're going to want a place block there. We may even want to move this further over. Yeah, for now let's just pick that up. I think just before we get started then, just to make sure we've got everything set up how we want, I'm also going to come down here, and I believe I've got the items on me now. They may be in this chest here. Yeah, we want to also connect this up to the ME storage system before I forget. So we'll put a storage bus on here, and then we just need to wire all this up. So we're going to come directly underneath. I think I've already made an area out, so we'll connect up somewhere over here. So we're just shy. Let's move that across one. Right, and then we can bring this all the way across here. Oh, missed the block. Connect that straight up, and that's connected now into the ME system. So we should be able to access all this inventory as well as it starts to build up from down at the ME point. I kind of want to fill in that top bracket as well. I'll tell you what, let me dig this out. Don't want to leave the gap underneath there. And all the way across there. And fill this back in. We don't really need to dig this area out. And then we can also cover this over, and that's all covered up. And let's just go check, see if we can see that. We should see as gold increasing and the iron. At the moment it's processing the gold, so we should see the gold increase. 195 and one block. So is it actually showing as the question? 195 and still one block. Let's have a quick gander over here just to see if it's still processing any more gold. Is it still gold that's going through? Yep. It says we've got 18 blocks of gold over here, so there may be something wrong with the amount of connections that we have down here. Probably too many channels coming out along this line. I'm wondering where else I can dig out to increase the amount of connections. Probably somewhere up here. In fact, this actually feels like it already is connected. No, it isn't, so that's good. Yeah, so we do have somewhere to increase the amount of connections here. Let's get those out then. And we connect it up there and there. That should give us a few more points for it to speak to. Let's see now if we've got any difference in when we search on the gold, see if it shows us that extra inventory space we've got up there. it's still not showing it. I will have to then have a look at that. Now, I think that is going to do for today's episode, though. We've got all this Neotech, so we have moved on to the next stage. I will set up that sag mill over here somewhere. I might even put it around the back out the way, just so it is processing a lot of the stuff we do use. But other than that, if you have enjoyed the episode, please feel free to leave a like. And if you'd like to see more from yourself, also feel free to subscribe. Thank you.